Well guys, had this converter dropped off, or inverter I should say, dropped off a couple of days to look at, belonged to somebody, and they were using it and all of a sudden it stopped working. And it does absolutely nothing. Completely dead in the water. Got me the little USB tester here, and it does nothing. There's no voltage whatsoever coming out of this thing. I verified power obviously from here. So I got 13 volts. I got 13 volts to there. The ground is good. 13 volts across the fuse. So the power is getting to the unit, but it's going absolutely nowhere after that. So we're going to pull this thing apart and see if there's anything inside this thing that is baked. Because obviously something's baked. But yeah, this is a Eliminator. It's a 1100 watt power inverter. It's got two AC outlets, two USB outlets, off and on switch, little LCD screen with a menu that's supposed to do something but does nothing. Anyway, let's pull her apart to see what's going on here, if anything. But right now, she is completely and utterly dead. Well, after some hardware removal here, the inverter is flopping around, and inside on the input section there are 340 amp fuses. I just checked these on my meter. In continuity, 3 of these fuses are gone, popped. So I'm not exactly sure what happened with this inverter, but it looks like possibly the input output, or I should say the positive and negative were reversed when they're hooked up to a battery, even though it completely bypassed the fuse on the red wire on the red cable. It popped these fuses. So need to get 3 40 amp fuses to go any further with this repair. So yeah, let's see if I can come up with. Actually, I'm pretty sure I don't have 340s, but I might have a few 10s. Might have some 15s. Might have 3 15s. It'll be enough just to see if we get some life out of it. Not necessarily running 1100 watts on it or nothing, but just to see if replacing these fuses would make this unit power up. Well, let's see what we can do here. Well, I got the fuses out, and that's no easy chore to get those fuses out. They just had to come out in pieces. But they did pop. You can see a scorch mark on the inside of the fuse. So that one definitely popped. This is the other one. That one popped. And of course, this one here also popped. But yeah. So now I'm just going to get a couple 340 amp fuses here, put back in the board, and for all intents and purposes, this thing should work. So it'll be a part 2 to this video. I gotta take a run to the local electronics store, Princess Auto, I guess, and see if I can get new fuses. Okay, so I got the I got the fuses removed. That was quite futile, but I managed to get them out. That wasn't easy. And I'm just running 13 volts into her, 10 amp power supply. It's only small wire. So what I got done, I got the fuse jumped basically for now, just to see if this thing would power up. And she powers up, got 13 volts. And I just checked her with my multimeter over here. And we do have AC, 115 volts, 112 volts each on the outputs here. So the unit is working. Let's see now if the USB ports work. I don't want to move this around too much here, for obvious reasons. And on the USB, I have 5.18 volts. So, USB ports are working, the AC ports are working, the voltmeter over here is working. So, there we go. So the owner now is going to pick up 3 40 amp fuses. I'll reinstall them back into the inverter here and reassemble it. Anyway, yes, like I say, this will be part 1. Part 2 will be when we finally get this all put back together and test it again. But for right now, I'm not leaving power attached to it. Anyway guys, stay tuned for part 2. All the best. Rena 63. We're out of here.